Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to give a little review on the weekend, go through a quick 5 games, and go through the quick high five. If you catched yesterday's video, obviously I reviewed the Browns and the Rams. If you haven't seen that video, check that one out. That's my review on the Browns versus the Rams. But yeah, for the weekend's games, I'm going to start with the Lions and the Eagles. Somehow the Lions are still unbeaten, 2-0-1, and they really should be 3-0. Really, they give that game away against Arizona. But yeah, the Lions going into Philadelphia and beating them on their home patch, and they look quite good actually. They never folded. At points I thought, here come the Eagles, here they come, they're gonna win the game now. But no, the Lions stuck in there. Marvin Jones had a big game. I think he had over 100 yards and a touchdown. And I do like that guy. He's a good receiver. Stafford had a great game. Some big conversions on third down. That one when it was the blitz and he was rolling. He was just going backwards. Just put on a string. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to them for going 2-0-1. And for the Eagles, I mean, they need to win, don't they? And it's not going to get any easier for them because they're playing the Packers on Thursday Night Football. And obviously, the Packers are 3-0, and it's a short week, so we'll see how both teams are for injuries, etc. But yeah, so the Lions are still unbeaten, and the Eagles are 1-2, needing to get a win on Thursday night. And the next game we're going to talk about is the Packers, who beat the Broncos. So with this, I wanted to pick up this game because, in my opinion, this defense is playing really well. They had 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 interception, I think. I know they're playing against the Broncos and Joe Flacco at the best, but over previous years, the defense have done nothing, and it's been Aaron Rodgers carrying this team. But with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, this offense doesn't look like it's got going yet. They had a couple of drives which looked nice, but they were fortunate they had some short fields to score on. After getting the turnovers. So, they're going into Thursday Night Football, possibly starting the season 4-0, and I'm not sure anyone would have thought they would have been 4-0 at the start of the season, especially considering they played the Bears and the Vikings the first 2 weeks. So yeah, they got a big opportunity to beat the Eagles, and it'll be interesting to see how this offense gets on, because if this offense, they do say offense takes a bit of time to catch up with the defense, so maybe in 2 or 3 weeks' time, this offense could be humming, and then the league's got a problem because this defense it looks legit in my eyes, but we'll have to see how it plays out over the next few weeks. So yeah, that's the Packers. The Broncos just aren't very good, are they? The only time they'll probably be featured on here is when they get ruined. Next game, Texans-Chargers. Massive win for the Texans. They outscored the Chargers 20-3 in the second half, and Deshaun Watson was looking good. Made some big plays. I think he had 4 receivers over 50 yards and spreading the ball out. I mean, Kenny Stills made a big catch. He got thrown in the trade with Miami, didn't he? Did he? I believe so. With Larry Tunsil. But yeah, the Texans look really good, and the Chargers, it's the Chargers thing, isn't it? I picked them to win the Super Bowl, but every season they just seem to give games away, and at points during this game I thought, if one more score here and they're fine, but getting outscored 20-3 in the second half, you don't win many games with that sort of stat line. So big thing with the Texans in this game is Deshaun Watson only got sacked twice. I know he got sacked twice, but when you play against this Chargers defense, they got some game changers on that defense. So him managing to get sacked twice is a big plus. So the cleaner they keep him, I mean, if this offensive line can keep improving over the weeks, we could be looking at a serious playoff contender here. I know they probably end up having to play the Patriots. But yeah, Deshaun Watson isn't scared of the Patriots. I mean, was it last season or the season before we had a shootout with him? If they can keep this guy healthy and they can keep him clean in the pocket, they can do things. that's for sure. And JJ Watt with the 2 sacks as well, so it's good to see him getting on the board. Next game, Colts and Falcons. I think I love the Colts. Obviously one of the Texans' divisional rivals. And once again, Jacoby Brissett having a big game. Not making any mistakes. And it was good to see Frank Reich put the ball in his hands, in Jacoby Brissett's hands at the end of the game, to make a pass play to seal the deal when he hit Jack Doyle down the line. I like Jacoby Brissett. And I get this sort of feeling that this team have become more united since Andrew Luck's retirement. Obviously, since when he did get retired, everyone was counting out of everything. They're going to come bottom of the division, this. I stuck by them. I think that their roster is loaded up. Obviously, Malik Hooker got injured. He's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks, I think they said. So that's going to be a big loss on the back end for them when playing safety. So it'll be interesting to see how that secondary gets on over the next few weeks whilst he's out. But yeah, big shout out to the Colts for winning that one. The Falcons, I thought they would win their division. Matt Ryan doesn't seem to have it quite going yet. They had a big second half, didn't they? And Julio Jones was doing big things. But yeah, I mean, the Falcons need to get a win in the next game, really, don't they? And that division's there for the taking, isn't it? Obviously, the Saints still doing Saints stuff with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback rather than Drew Brees, but they need to push on over the next few games and get at least 2 or 3 wins on the bounce, the Falcons. And final game I'm going to talk about is the Ravens versus the Chiefs. It wouldn't be right if I didn't talk about that game. Quite often you can get games which are hyped up to be this massive game and they don't deliver. This game did deliver, 33-28. Obviously, it was well documented. The Ravens went for 2-point conversions on more than one occasion, wasn't successful. But when you play the Chiefs, you've just got to get the maximum amount of points every possession, haven't you? Because it's inevitable that Pat Mahomes is gonna do bits. It was really good to see Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson both playing well. I know Lamar Jackson did miss on quite a few long, deep passes. But overall, I thought we had quite a good game. And he was keeping them in it, wasn't he? But yeah, Pat Mahomes, he's just different, isn't he? I think since I've started watching NFL, he's probably the best quarterback I've seen. Things he's doing, I've just never seen anyone do before. He's top class. And that's not me saying something bold, is it? I mean, everyone knows he's top class. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's going to get the MVP again. I mean, if he goes back to back, then he can really start to cement his legacy. But he needs to obviously make some deep playoff runs. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching them both again in their next games. So that's the 5 games we talked about. The next thing, we got the high 5. So this is where I give high 5s to 5 players who had a good performance or done something which I think deserves a high 5. So from week 3, I'm going to start off with Daniel Jones. I mean, all the Giants fans out there, I bet you're loving it, watching him come in and lead the comeback against the Bucks. And he balled out, didn't he? 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. Obviously, rushed in for the final touchdown. And every analyst that I've seen on videos, and because obviously you have to watch most of our stuff on YouTube over here, so lots of clippings from sports shows. No one really believed in him, and I think I maybe watched him in one game when he was at Duke. But yeah, he was this. Everyone was saying, "Oh, this is a stupid pick. What's the GM doing? This and this." But fair play to him for coming out his first start, down big on the road, and leading the comeback. So high 5 to Daniel Jones. Second high 5, or should I say stiff 5, is Dawson Knox, who absolutely ruined 2 Bengals DBs on the play down the sideline. I'm sure most of you have already seen this, but if you haven't, check it out. It was a pass down the left sideline, I believe, and Dawson Knox collects it, stiff arms someone to Hal, and then the next guy's coming up, and he lowers his shoulder right into him and rolls him over. I mean, that was awesome to see, especially from a rookie as well, a rookie tight end. That put a big smile on my face, and obviously the Bills got the win against the Bengals. Third of all, I'm going to mention Adam Vinatieri here. So, after the first 2 weeks, people were talking about retirement for this guy. But he's the GOAT, isn't he? And he goes 5... Does he go 5 for 5? I think so, yeah. So 5 for 5 on the weekend for Adam Vinatieri. Shout out to him. High five for going 5 out of 5 for the GOAT. Next up, Alvin Kamara, who was basically the whole offense for the Saints. He's going to be a massive part, even more so now Breeze is out. He had 161 all-purpose yards, I believe. He had a touchdown, passing touchdown, did he? Definitely had a rushing touchdown. But yeah, he was more than 60% of the total offense for the team. And he's not a massively built guy. He's just so slippy in between tackles. He's unreal. So yeah, high fives to Alvin Kamara. And finally, high five for Jimmy G. Everything went wrong for this offense. Turnover after turnover after turnover. And I was watching this thinking, there's no way they can win this game. I think there was a stat put out, that amount of turnovers. The record is very bad. I mean, I think it's maybe 1 or 2 teams have ever won with that many turnovers. But yeah, he leads them down the field in the final couple of minutes and gets the go-ahead touchdown. And the 49ers are 3-0. And wow, I did say on my preview, at the start of the season, if Jimmy G can stay healthy, this team will win games. And that defense looked much improved. I know they're playing against a Pittsburgh Steelers team that isn't maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers we're used to seeing, but still, I enjoyed watching that game. And so high five to Jimmy G for not letting those interceptions and fumbles get into him, and bringing it home for the 49ers. So that's it for me for this week. If you enjoyed the video, if you could leave a like, that would be great. And if you could subscribe to the channel as well, that would be much appreciated. Leave a comment below. Who do you think deserves a high five for their performance after the weekend? So I'll be back on either Thursday or Friday, previewing the weekend's games. If it is Thursday, I will do a quick preview on the Packers versus the Eagles. But if it is Friday, it'll be a quick review on that one. If you did enjoy the video, if you could subscribe and like the video, that'd be great. And then till the end of the week, peace out. See ya.